Hey guys, how you doing? Everybody doing all right out there? All is well here in southeast Missouri. I don't know much of nothing, man. I mean, we had a okay week. We're keeping our head above water. We're not drowning. We're kind of just treading water. I know a lot of guys are struggling. I had several friends and people I've kind of mentored over the years here recently just throwing the towel. And I get it, man. It's like I said, we ain't gonna lie, man. It's tough out there. We just hope that it'll come back up and come back up soon. It always has, and let's just hope it does again. Some big players are having trouble. In fact, I did a video this week, Jordan Trucking went under. Oh, no, not Jordan Trucking. My bad, scratch that, not Jordan Trucking. Montgomery Trucking down there in Alabama. So nobody's exempt from it. It is tough. I mean, I have even looked at the numbers seriously and had thoughts of parking my truck, even though, I mean, I get upset and I think, this ain't worth it. I mean, I'm still doing far better than if I could, if I went to work for somebody else, as long as I don't have any more catastrophic failures, which I shouldn't. And that's been the issue for me, an engine and a transmission. What is that there? So it's some dirt? I don't know. Engine and transmission, both within the last year or so. So it's been tough. And my struggle is putting the money back. It's been very hard for me. Not so much the engine, that was taken care of. But I chunked out about $15,000. I don't know why that went dim. That's weird. About $15,000 this year in March or so for the transmission. And recouping that has been very slow and agonizing at these rates. We're still doing good. We're still profitable, just not where I'd want to be. Still keeping a roof over the family's head. And at the end of the day, God has been good to me. I have no complaints. But putting that 15 grand back is not as easy as I would like it to be. We'll get it back in there. And then we just pray that we don't have anything major come up before I do. I mean, I still have money in there, but not as much as I'd like. I like to have 40 grand in the bank at all times. And we're not quite there. And we're inching and clawing our way back up to that mark, but it's been tough with the way trucking is. So we'll just keep doing what we can do. Like Joe Dirt says, we'll keep on keeping on. Life's a garden. Dig it, Roger? Other than that, it's Sunday afternoon. I am off tomorrow. The truck's going in. I got a video. I think I got two videos. A video of why it's going in and another little like heads up pro tip owner operator thing. I'll throw those in there while I go and get the load board requests. Seemed like we had a few of them. I've seen a few of them come across the comments this week. So we will go see what they are and I'll write them down and we'll come back and do the load board and then we'll run through the numbers. All right, see you in a minute. Just old truck stuff. You can see down here, it's rusted through a hole. I've actually had a piece of black tape over it covering it up for the last couple months so I can get this replaced. It's like a 3-piece bracket. See, this side's still solid. No problem. And the fronts, they're rusty, but there's no holes in them. I had to do this on the other side of the truck. So I'm now having them all replaced. There's 4 of them, 1, 2, and then 2 more on the front. They're just brackets that the strap actually hooks into. So we don't want them breaking. Things just rust out, man. So that's what she's in the shop for. I don't know when I'm gonna do the video, either today or tomorrow. Either way, that's what the truck is in the shop for this week. And hey, owner operator stuff. It's not a cheap repair. These brackets are about $100 a piece, believe it or not. Yes, they just rip you off, man. And then that's the cheapest you can get them. That's my mechanic's cost. So it's a Kenworth only deal unless you want to cut your own. They're $400 in brackets, and he'll charge me 2 or 3 hours labor to pull the tank and replace them. Maybe only a couple hours. So, it's $400, $500, $600, $700, $800 bill. That's just part of doing business. Maybe $1,000. I don't know. Oh, he's also replacing the high pressure switch and plug on the AC because sometimes my fan will come on and stay on for no reason. And then if I unplug that switch and plug it back in, it starts working correctly. So the switch and or the connections in the plug are getting a little wacky. So we're going to replace that. Get used to it. You want to be an owner-operator? It's always something. They're always fighting little deals like this. Like I said, I did the other side last year. This year, we're doing this side. So we'll eventually rebuild this whole truck. And then when we get it all done, we'll start all over if we want to keep it. All right, see you, bye. Couple pro tips, guys. Since I'm taking it tomorrow for those brackets, and I'm pulling the skirts off for my mechanic because they're kind of a hassle, save him a headache, save me a little money. It's a good time. Check the batteries, man. Get in here. See anything corroded, anything funky, broken battery, you know, leaking acid, anything like that? While you're in here, look. I'm always looking like these steer tires, man. I mean, I drive through Chicago. It's a war zone. Obviously, one has been knocked a little bit out around. It has kind of a funky little wear pattern going over here. Okay, that's not an alignment thing. If it was an alignment, it would be doing the same thing on the other side, and maybe over here, but the other tire would be wearing funky. So something's kind of got knocked out of a loop. I don't usually run steer tires more than a year anyway. But these I've only had since February. March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, about 8 months. Maybe I'll get them I'll probably just replace this one for now. I don't have to do it anytime soon, but look for stuff like that. So maybe they'll spot me a couple $100 or something, I don't know, or $100. We'll see. Always be looking. You find I'm constantly looking over my truck for anything that I can fix at home or have my mechanic do it before it conks out on the road and costs 4 times as much. All right, see you, bye. Okay, guys, 550 loads on the load board on a Sunday evening. Not stellar, but not bad. I mean, you know, this market's up and down. I think last week we had 700 and something. So the weeks have not changed. One week is killing it. Next week, yeah, not so much. So let me throw this out there because no matter, I'm gonna say this till I am blue in the face. Even though you guys just don't seem to listen to me, as I get calls all the time. You know, should I take this crappy load or wait until another one pops up on the load board? I'm like, wow, you guys pay attention. Don't live and die by this load board. It is a tool. But if you don't see something on the load board, you don't sit there and wait. You call the agent in that area. They may not have seen you or known you were there. They don't know where you want to go. They will go to work and find you loads. So just because it's not on the load board does not mean there is not a load in that area. I cannot overemphasize that enough. Now, with that said, here we go. We got some requests. So we got Chicago, Illinois. Now, that is where I run a lot. It's been good and it's been bad. And it's up and down. Was always the strongest market, but we do have the white Volvo Russian Mafia up there pulling flatbeds now, and they are destroying the rates. So it's not what it used to be. So we will do Chicago, and Ricky's a good dude up there. He does the best he can for us, but he is up against some cheap runners, man. Cheap runners. If you don't know about the Chicago area and the whole Russian trucking thing up there, do a little research. It is terrible. The state of Illinois is trying to shut those guys down as fast as they can because they are scandalous. They run without insurance, MC numbers. They run under each other's numbers. They are, and I'm not a prejudiced man, but they are a different kind of crew, right? So that area has become extremely difficult. So we're going to go date range of today. And we'll go all the way out to the end of the week. We'll start within 100 miles, and here we go. 28 loads, and I'll just go slow. Got stuff going to Colorado, and these are leftovers, man. These are leftovers. There's more out there. Just call Ricky, and he'll get you going. Kansas City from Portage at 306 a mile. It's a pretty good run. It's got a lot of these shingles. They're kind of cheap shingles because the Russian... They love these. They're easy. You don't have to be a real flatbedder to pull shingles. So they've got their hooks in those and have kind of ruined that, right? Stuff going over into Indiana, Kansas, down into Mississippi. Not the greatest paying Morrow Fallon shingles. He's got a lot of those. Kansas, more O'Fallon stuff. So there is stuff to do, right? We'll bump it out just in case a little bit, see if it changes anything. 150 miles. 29 loads. Didn't bump up. We bumped up 1 load, so, all right. Now, Chicago's okay. Man, it's hit or miss, though. There's a lot of guys, and he's going to tend to take care of us guys that have been there for years and years. So just know that. It's okay, but it's become a tougher market, that's for sure. All right, now, what was next? Guntersville, Alabama. I don't have no clue where that is, but Guntersville, Alabama, same thing, 100 miles all week. Here, let's see, what do we got? 20 loads. Hey, 601 a mile. That's pretty good. It's only 132 miles, but it's pretty good for a day's work. Must be near Birmingham, 66 miles outside of Birmingham. So Birmingham's generally a strong area. 270s, 236s. The rates were high down there all summer long because it's hot, hot, hot. Now that the rates are now that the weather is cooling off and it's getting cold up here, a lot of the truck drivers will migrate south. They're fair weather truckers, so the rates, you will see them start to drop in the south real quick, and I will start making more money up north because no one wants to come run up here. Let's do 150 miles, 30 loads. All right, then I'll just go slow and let you look at them. 493 a mile at 38,000. I don't know if that's an oversized. Let's click and look. No, it would say that. It needs to be fully tarped. Yeah, doesn't say anything about oversized, not extra stops. That's a pretty good little deal there for sort of as short as it is. Where did it go? 601. 132 miles. Yeah, that's not bad. 493,200 miles for $1,100. Take it, take it, take it. I'd take it. Over into Tennessee, South Dakota. Yeah, we got stuff. And this Sunday afternoon. Monday morning, you can just double all this stuff, right? Up into Ohio, good area to run up into. Dayton, Ohio. You do fine there, boy. Take that one all day long. 307, 500 miles, $1,200 to you. Take it, take it, take it. You'd be good up in Ohio. All right. Who's next? What do we want next? Bowling Green, Kentucky. Man, what a beautiful area, huh? I'm not expecting much out of there. I don't know if I've ever seen a load. Bowling Green, Kentucky. I'm sure there's something, though. 5 loads. All right. May not be the strongest area, so we'll span out for you, let you know how far you're going to have to go to get loads. Well, hey, we got $5 a mile going over into Kentucky, up into Indiana. That would be a good one to get you up into a better area. So, I mean, Bowling Green don't look too bad of a place to be based out of. Let's do 150 miles. It's only got 6 loads, so they might just have to take a short hop to get going. Let's jump up to 200 miles. Still within reason. Oh, yeah, 37 loads. So, yeah, now you're over into my area. So, Dyersburg over here. Yeah. So, to get out of the house might be a challenge, but, you'd be all right. Let's go back to 100 miles. What was next? Macon, Georgia. That's not much further in south than Atlanta, so this is an okay area. Deb Wolf down there, she'll take care of you. You'll be all right. You'll make money, but we'll put it in here. We got a lot of drivers that live down in Georgia, in the Atlanta down here area. So 7 loads. Going up into Kentucky for $374. That's pretty good. Take that. Over into Houston, don't take that. That's a low rate going to a bad area. Bad idea. Mount Sterling, Kentucky, Raleigh, that looks good. $379 a mile. Hey, you got some pretty good stuff on the board for a Sunday afternoon. 150 miles. Got 12 loads. We'll just go slow. I don't think. See if anything jumps out at me that I just like, woohoo. New York, no thank you. got some stuff. All right, what's next? Indianapolis, Indiana. Don't even worry about it, man. David over there will take care of you. That would be a great area to be based out of. Indianapolis, Indiana. I don't know what he'll have on the board, but don't worry about it. If there's nothing, he'll get you stuff. Plenty of stuff coming out of Crawfordsville and all that. All right, he's got some things on there. And Pittsburgh, up into that was a good run. It's a short one, but it was a good one. Don't let this search be your determining factor. I wouldn't even hesitate to be based out of Indianapolis, Indiana. You'd be totally fine. You're right in the heart of the steel belt. Don't sweat it. And you're not too far. You're only 100 and something miles up into Chicago, as you can see. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. I don't know what in the world just happened. I erased it. What was next? Lousyville, Kentucky. I don't know about Lousyville, Kentucky. Let's check it out. I don't get over that way much. We need to change this. Somehow I cleared the search criteria. Put it out all week. One load. That ain't looking great, right? But, you know, you're down there kind of in that triangle where you can get into southern Ohio. I don't think I'd worry too much. Or no, is that Cincinnati, Ohio? Is that the other side? That's Louisville. Okay, never mind. Scratch that. Let's just bump out and see what we can find. Not sure how great Louisville would be to run out of. 13 loads. Yeah, you're up into Ohio. There you go. Yeah, you're within the triangle. I think you'd be all right. You're not too far. Yeah, you're only 100 miles from Indy. Yeah, scratch that. You'd be okay. You'd be all right. Might have to go a minute to get going, but no problems getting home. I always see stuff going to Louisville, Kentucky, so you'll be all right. Gosh darn it, there I did it again. All right, that's all right. Who's next? Last one. Detroit. All right. I won't get on a tirade, but it's the only place I will not run. Just don't care for the way the agent does things, and whatever load is up here is irrelevant because they're not available. She does her little first come, first serve thing, so anything on the load board means absolutely nothing. And she only got one load anyway. There are good loads out of Detroit. Very frustrating to work with the agent there. That's my thing. Just try to be honest with you guys. Yeah, 2 loads. And I'm kind of glad to see she has gone away from putting loads on the load board because it's not above board. It's just, it doesn't matter what's on the load board. You can't call and get them. You'll just get the call me when you're empty story. And only agent in the system that does that I know of. So, all right, guys, that's all I got for load board requests. Let's move on to the money. See you in a minute. All right, guys, rolling along to finish it up for you. If this is your first weekly report, we should call it money and news, but weekly report, because I don't go into all the detail that I used to. It's just very exhausting. But anyways, all these numbers are to me after the deduction, the 25% of the line haul. You get all the fuel surcharge and accessorial charges. All right, so this week, just a quick rundown. Left Monday, 5 a.m. I was home Friday at 10:30 a.m. Plus, I was home Tuesday night. I stopped in the middle of the week. Got home for the middle of the week. It's kind of nice. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loads because I started with a load I brought home. That was $4,589.73 to the truck on 1,779 loaded miles at 257 to me after the deduction. Pretty good. That's $1 more than dry van guys are making right now. So we're happy with that. At about 300 empty miles. You guys do what you want with that. To you lease guys, that kind of matters. So I do figure it in later for you. To me, if I'm under 500, I really don't care. I don't get too worried about it. Yes, if you're getting over 500, you need to watch your numbers. But these guys that say, oh, loaded miles and empty miles, this and that, and they start screaming on the top of their soapbox. They're Western Express drivers that live in their mother's basement because loaded miles and empty miles are not the same thing. So as long as you're not getting too many deadhead miles, you're okay because you burn half the amount of fuel and you do half the wear and tear on your truck. So they are not the same animal. So everybody's got their own number. Mine is 500 a week. If I stay under 500 a week, I just move on with life. Don't worry about it. Okay, so deductions. I had $350 for my CRST. I upped that $10 because I realized I'd been forgetting to factor in, because it's not a weekly deduction, you pay for it every year, your wonderful $22.90, $550 a year road tax that you get to pay just because. Like, we don't pay enough money in fuel taxes and road taxes and stuff. And then you drive in Indiana and you're like, you got to be kidding me, right? So I pumped in another $10 a week for that for you guys. Fuel this week, our biggest expense as always. Fuel just keeps going up and up. I don't know where this baby drill thing is. I wish it would kick in soon. 1142.33. I did a truck wash 78.40. Those APU fuel lines I told you about, I did a little video on it. I said $12. Pretty close. $11.37. QuickBooks, $75. And some Microsoft thing my wife needs every couple years for office stuff. I don't know, $100, whatever. I don't know, whatever. Just a business expense, Roger. Leaving us a net of $2,832.73 for the week. All right. Now, what did I do? Oh, for the lease guys, I added back in all the stuff I figured you might not have. Truck wash. Most of you guys never wash those trucks. You wouldn't have been fixing your APU. And I added the 75 QuickBooks and Microsoft because I don't know. Here, a lot of you guys don't get an LLC, so those will not be allowable deductions for you. So I'll never understand why you don't do an LLC, but whatever. I've had that argument with some guys, and they see it a different way. Hey, what do I know, man? I've only been around 30 years, right? Don't listen to me. So I added that back in at $264.77. So it starts you out at $3,097.50. Now, you got about $800 a week more than I do because you have your lease payment, right? Whatever that is, $600. And you're getting a little less percentage than I am. And you're probably paying into your escrow and all these things. So I figure $800 above and beyond my $350, right? And then I did add that 300 empty miles into the 1779 loaded, because you have your mileage maintenance account. So 1779 plus 300 is 2,000 something, whatever it is, would have been 415.80, leaving you a net of 1,881.70. Yeah, 18. It's almost a couple grand. You'd have done pretty good. Take your good with your bad. Now, I'm going into the shop this week, so that is going to cut my weekend down to nothing. So we're looking to break even. Isn't trucking great? And how many times I run these numbers and answer your comments and these crazy questions like, what do you think you make per hour and all this? And I'm like, man, I don't know how many times or how many ways I got to say this. But if you got into trucking for the money, I'll never understand you. I mean, unless you come from poor Podunk, Kentucky or something that you just can't make it any other way. There are so many better skilled trades out there, electricians or whatever. I've said this a million times, to trade your time for money. I'm only in trucking because at one time I loved this stuff, and I still kind of like it. It's like pulling to a truck stop, then I don't like it anymore. But there's got to be something about this lifestyle or trucks that, man, it's just in your blood, as they say. Or you're crazy. I don't know why you would do this, trying to make, if you're getting in and if your main objective to get in is money, you've lost your mind. Go do something else. Go do something else, because this is crazy. This is a crazy business, man. Some weeks it's good. Some weeks it's terrible. I mean, 1 minute you got more money in the bank than you know what to do with. The next one you're like, I'm going to have to go freaking mortgage my house to get out of this deal. So it is a roller coaster of roller coasters. Don't do it if you're getting in this for the money. Trust me on that. If you never learn anything from these videos, believe that. If you don't love this business, you will hate it, I promise. All right, guys, take care. God bless you, and we'll see you next week. Bye now.